Vice President Mike Pence, yes, he does still exist, plans to skip town and avoid Donald Trump and his, of course, inevitable temper tantrum, as his supporters are likely to attack Mike Pence, by the way. Mike Pence is gonna oversee the congressional session on January 6th. That's where Congress is going to essentially deal with the electoral votes, which have already been certified by the states. Now, according to 3 US officials familiar with the planning, the vice president is eyeing a foreign trip that would take him overseas for nearly a week, starting on January 6th. So immediately after that session, he's leaving. Though Pence aides declined to confirm details of the trip, which remains tentative, a US government document shows the vice president is due to travel to Bahrain, Israel, and Poland, with the possibility of more stops being added later. So a pre-advanced team of Pence aides left earlier this week to visit the planned stops in preparation. Who knows, maybe there's actually a good reason why he's doing this, but other reporting, other reporting indicates that Donald Trump has been, I'll be generous and say irritable. Like, he's been throwing temper tantrums as a result of the outcome of the election, and people don't really want to be around him. Again, this is mostly a way for Mike Pence to avoid Donald Trump. As vice president, Pence has the awkward but unavoidable duty of presiding over the session of Congress that will formalize Biden's electoral college victory, a development that is likely to expose him and other Republicans to the wrath of GOP voters who believe President Donald Trump's false claim that the election was stolen from him. And by the way, he's already avoiding Trump's voter fraud claims and keeping busy with other things. So for instance, it's a tactic Pence has used in recent weeks: stay out of the spotlight and insulate himself from his boss's election fraud crusade, while still bolstering his own credentials. While he has privately assisted the Trump campaign when asked, joining donor calls and lending his signature to fundraising pleas, his public comments, and I think we've all noticed this, since the election have almost all centered on the other topics, including hosting an event focused on the Trump administration's anti-abortion policy. So he's just avoiding this as much as humanly possible, and I don't think that it's a mistake that he's planning on leaving the country immediately after Congress formalizes the vote for Joe Biden.
Anna, I reread that story. I'm not convinced he's leaving after. I think he's left his plans open for maybe leaving before. I'm not kidding, and let me explain.
Oh my God.
Okay,
go.
So if he is presiding, he is put in a no-win situation, because if he calls for an alternate slate of electors, they have no chance of winning that legislatively because the House can block it. And so McConnell's gonna be furious at him. Don't be a dummy and make us go on the record as opposing Trump, because we have to. And or supporting Trump, in which case you're gonna hurt our swing state senators. So do not call for alternate electors. Trump, on the other hand, says you better call for alternate electors. Otherwise, I'm gonna do a mean tweet about you, and your 4 years of kissing my ass is gonna be flushed down the toilet in one day. And then you're gonna be public enemy #1, and you're gonna join the list with Bill Barr and Jeff Sessions and all the other people who made the mistake of trusting me and being loyal to me all this time. And I'm gonna ruin you. So he's in a no-win situation. That's why he's got a one-way ticket out of town. He's going to Poland and not coming back. Guys, let's keep it real. I know the rest of the media has to play cutesy games. He's going to Poland. He's going to Poland. The vice president has to go to Poland 2 weeks before the inauguration. Come on.
No, I'm sure. No, Cenk, I'm sure he has some serious business in Poland. Like, I'm sure. But I do want to give you a statement from a Pence ally who spoke to Politico and said the following about this trip: I suspect the timing is anything but coincidental.
That's like as far as Politico will go. They'll have a quote from someone saying it might not be coincidental. He doesn't have to go to Poland. He doesn't have to go to Bahrain right before, on the same day that he's supposed to be presiding over the electoral college formal vote in the Senate. It's hilarious. No, the correct article there is Mike Pence has packed his bags and he's trying to figure out where to run.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, we really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.